This is Ubuntu 6.06. I'm going to try upgrading it to the latest release. Now we'll go through each LTS release rather than each individual release because that'll be kind of pointless and take up too much time. So we'll give that a go and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it breaks spectacularly. I'll make a couple of tweaks and customizations throughout and see if they go through the upgrade process. So 6.06 is installed now. Now obviously if we try and update it, it's going to fail because I installed it from the CD and it couldn't see the update repos, so it would have commented them out. So if we have a look in the sources file, if I can type, you'll see that they're all commented out, so we just need to uncomment them and change anything like this to old-releases.ubuntu.com. Again, it requires you to type correctly in order to do this. We could do a find and replace actually. So depending on how you've installed it, these might be slightly different. We still need to uncomment them anyway. No point doing the source ones. Now I'm not going to go straight to Hardy because I think that we need to update 6.06 first in order to prevent any breakages. So even these security ones, they need to be modified to old-releases or else they will fail. As so. It's a little bit of messing around to achieve what we're trying to do here. So now if we run an apt get update again, this is why you should write scripts when you do videos, by the way. And then do an upgrade. We should be able to update Dapper as far as it could have gone at the time before they drop support for it. So I'll let that run and then I'll come back to you and then we'll reboot it because we're going to have to. There's a kernel update there. And then we'll change the repos to Hardy Heron and see what happens. Hardy Heron. It's juvenile, but it's quite funny, isn't it? Let's face it. I think we may be being throttled on the old releases front here, so while that's running, I'll do a couple of little customizations, nothing too exciting, just change a couple of things and see if it works after the upgrade. So I'll change our homepage to my website, for example. If it's going to render at all on such an old version of Firefox 1.5. It kind of does, you could kind of make it out. YouTube sort of works. I mean Google, YouTube won't work because of the SSL, I bet. It tries to work. Let's create a test document. Save that as hello world. Oh look, it's their answer to clip it. How exciting. Let's use the GIMP and create a nice image. Like so, that's very artistic. A lot of money to be made there, should sell that totally. Let's call it artistic. What? Why would you just assume that the user's going to know to pick a file? Oh, okay, so you pick a file extension and it still doesn't like it. Don't tell me I've got to manually type it. Is this going to work? Does this satisfy you? Yes, it does. What a load of crap. That would have been a rant video back in the day for sure. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And now I'm actually curious as to if it's saved at all. Oh yeah, it works. Okay, I'll let it off this time. So there's our files that we've created. Let's put something on the desktop here. Hello. Now this is going to be particularly interesting when we get up to GNOME 3 because I couldn't figure out how to put desktop icons on GNOME 3. So I wonder if they actually just copy over. That'd be really interesting, won't it? In fact, let's put a couple of things on the desktop now. Oh, okay, so it doesn't disappear when you click on it. I actually liked Dapper at the time as well, but I used Kubuntu, not Ubuntu. It was really good. It was a good release. They kind of went a bit iffy after that. When it got to around the 2009 releases, I didn't have much joy with that. I thought it was crap. But yeah, it's not too bad now, all things considered. I just wouldn't use the vanilla version. It's got to be Ubuntu or nothing, really. Anyway, those updates are still running, so I'll come back to them in a minute, reboot, and see if we can do the release upgrade to 8.04. Yay. Right, the updates have installed now, so if I go back in and install Update Manager Core, that should facilitate the upgrade that we're going to do. So that's installed, so we should be able to do sudo do release upgrade. Let's see what it finds and what it does. So it's found Hardy. Oh, that's interesting. It's come up with an error. Why would that be, I wonder? It's failed to get a few of the repos. What it probably is, this is probably not supported anymore because it's so out of date. We'll try running it again, regardless. No, it's not going to do it. So I wonder if we modify the sources file and change them all to Hardy, if it will update that way. I think first I'm going to take a snapshot of the virtual machine because I just don't think it's going to work. And I think it will all be wasted time. So give it a go and see what happens. Oops. So let's just change everything that says Dapper to Hardy. In fact, I wonder what happens if we do a do release upgrade with it like that as Hardy. Is it going to work? No, it's going to fail again. Okay. Oh dear. We've got issues. Big issues. Let me do a bit of research. I'll see if I can work around this one. I've spent ages trying to get this to work to no avail. The do release upgrade thing just continually replaces the old releases repos with archive.ubuntu, which don't work for even 8.04 now because it's so old. I've tried the installation CD, which didn't work, so now I've got the alternative CD, which apparently you can do offline upgrades with, so might as well give that a go, see what happens. I don't think it's going to work personally, but we'll try it. So we've got the CD-ROM upgrade file there. So let's have a look. Oh, yeah, nothing's ever easy, is it? Of course, you have to actually. Oh. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. Okay, you like that? That's weird. That's very weird. Like, we're in the directory and it's still. Oh well, don't worry. Anyway, looks like it's actually going to do it. I'm not bothered about that software, which is EOL, because we weren't using it anyway. Who cares? I still think this is going to fail. I don't think it's going to successfully upgrade. So I think what we're going to have to do is do CD-ROM upgrades to the point where we can use archive.ubuntu.com repos. Or else it's just going to fail. There's probably a temporary file that we can modify, but it's too much hassle. It's too much effort, and it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'll let this run and we'll come back to it after. I'm actually very annoyed now It's not working. This is a vanilla system. I haven't installed anything different. So surely we would have come across this issue at the time. We won't be able to do a disk upgrade because it's a CD-ROM, I don't think. But let's have a look. Let's see what happens. Are we getting further than we did before? That's interesting. Because the GUI didn't show any of this, it just ran. I bet it's going to break a meta package or something. Why is this so complicated? It's just so complicated and so stupid. So utterly frustrating. If it was on any other YouTube channel, it'd just work, wouldn't it? It would just work, there wouldn't be a problem. But because it's on Techsnap, everything fails. Part of the course. It's so weird. That's why you watch my videos, I guess. That's why we're the most subscribed to tech channel on YouTube, yeah. The others, it's just a miscount. It's just a miscount. Ugh. Why? I just... got dependency hell. I'm abandoning this video. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I mean, we should have been up to, I don't know, at least 14.04 by now. We're still on Dapper. We're still on Dapper. The clock's wrong as well because I've restored the snapshot so many times. It's like two hours into making the video now. We've achieved absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll tell you what, I decided to reboot it and see what happens, and it's just destroyed it. It's still 6.06, but it's in some sort of limbo state. It's just completely destroyed. We're getting dependency errors. It's just a mess. There's only one thing for it. There's only one thing for it. And it's not even doing that correctly. Just don't. It's just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. As I said earlier, if it was a different text YouTube channel, it would be fine. It would work. RMRF would work. The upgrade would work. Everything would work. On this channel, it doesn't work. I just don't get it. It's got nothing to do with user error, of course. It's got nothing to do with breezing through and rushing things, of course. It's just weird. Just completely weird. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Stable upgrade system.